second thought, I ain't a gentleman. Shoot the bastards!
How do you think that would have gone differently if he hadn't pulled a gun?
I don't think it would have gone much differently.
You don't think so?
No, not really.
Anyway, my point was I was saying that I think that you could help a lot of people in the kind of situation that I was in when I was younger.
I mean, I won't even know their names, though. That's the problem, because you don't know these kids. Like, it's not like you're a...
Yeah, but just one day of somebody being kind to them will make a difference.
Yeah, and you're probably right. It's just I didn't enjoy teaching. You know, like, I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. It wasn't enjoyable for me.
Well, in my experience, substitute teachers never taught. At least not in my school. They never taught. It was usually, like, lackadaisical fun day when a sub was in.
Yeah, and I think the problem for me is how they treat substitute teaching now, where you're very expendable and the kids are disrespectful to you because they think they can get away with anything.
Uh-huh.
And in the Minnesota school system, they kind of can. I mean, the Minnesota school system is where I told you the guy got fired for pulling a guy off of a girl who was getting raped.
Yeah.
The Minnesota school system is the most brain-dead institution I've ever seen that allows kids who are evil, literally, like actual pieces of shit, because there are a few that are just psychopaths, to torment the others, and then a lot of them who need help and need someone to step in can't get it because everybody's afraid of stepping in because you can get sued or you can get fired or
you
whatever.
basically can't even tell people's parents that their kid seems like they should be tested for something, because if you say that as a teacher, then the school is responsible for paying for it and the school doesn't want to have to do that.
Yeah, I remember my mom told me about that in one of the districts. I mean, I think it's the whole Minnesota school system, but at least in the districts she worked with, if you told them, hey, your kid probably has autism and needs to be tested for this because it'll help them, then the school has to pay for the testing. So the schools would tell you, don't tell them, otherwise you could lose your job.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to lose the money.
Yeah.
So you weren't allowed to help that kid. Like, why would I want to work in that system? It's stupid.
Hello, what's happening? They dropped me at the Pacific Bluff Country Club. The Changs are members here. Hello? What's that noise? Get over here when you can.
Yeah, I bet I probably would have done a lot better in school if somebody would have, you know, noticed that maybe I have different problems too. You know, and I guess it makes me upset because I feel like there's a lot of kids who are just being passed over and letting me slip through the cracks, you know, because of this institution.
Right. Yeah, and I'm just kind of saying, like, why would I want to work in an institution like that? Like, I don't feel comfortable with it. The risk of school shooters has not gone down. It's not worth dying over.
Yeah, you have to wear stupid suits.
You have to wear, well, you don't have to wear a suit, but you have to wear, like, pretty dumb clothes.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to really be yourself because you have to put on an air of professionalism, even if it's fake.
Yeah.
If you relate to the kids too much, then you're immature.
But you'd have a retirement.
Oh! We got those bitches! Come on. We got to go. Quick.
Not really. You would very slowly earn Social Security, but it will probably be gone by the time I'm old, and you would earn so little from only doing it 1 or 2 days a week instead of 5 that you wouldn't really get much. Like, I'm not saying I won't do it, but I'm just saying, like, they have done pretty much everything they can to push me away from being a teacher.
Yeah.
I just have very little interest in it. I would love to help kids, but I'm not going to work myself into the ground in another industry when I've already spent the last 10 years doing it in this one.
Take us to Pacific Bluffs Country Club. We'll lay low. Towson don't lay low. Towson go crazy. They will suffer.
I love Tao Cheng go crazy.
I know, I love Tao Ching. I think he's hilarious.
Anyway, I wanted to wrap this part up. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? Because I think we were going to record the next part separately. I guess my thing was just, it makes me sad how badly that's run. It makes me sad that a lot of things are changing with our friends and their schedules. And I've gone so far out of my way, not to, like, be a baby here. I've gone, like, so far out of my way, even when my dad was dying of cancer, to, like, include my friends and to, like, try to work my schedule around things while not letting anybody down. And, like, it's been very hard that maybe I'm the problem here, that I have expectations from people because of the things I've done. And I'm not saying that specifically about Nate or T or anybody. I'm just saying, like, a lot of my friends. It seems like they have a lot of stuff going on. And it's hard for me to understand because I've specifically tried to do things in a way that they still fit into my life. And whenever changes happen, it feels like I get left behind by people.
You'll never be left behind by me, Smokey.
I know, and I appreciate that. It's just it's frustrating for me when things change, because I wish that they didn't, and I wish that people took changes more balanced, because I've never liked abrupt change. I don't like doing that to other people or anybody. I do get things come up, but it's like, it's been with the new job, things with our friends' schedules, the show coming up for you. We have a show in September. All these different things. I've been like stressed out of my mind.
Too much. You're getting gray hairs in your beard.
And it's one of the reasons why I haven't kept up with this Let's Play as much, because it's like, what am I gonna do? Get on here and talk about a bunch of depressing shit? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to want to take the time to do.
I think at the end of the day, it's up to you on if you want to do the teaching for the money and do it one day a week, or do other things. And I think that we're just gonna have to deal with what's going on with our friends, because even though we don't like it, we can't decide their lives for them, even though I feel like I would make better decisions personally
than other people do in their own life.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I mean, that might be a touch of narcissism.
Hey, how did the meeting go?
All things considered, not very well. 这班狗仔中敢来了我，惹来这圈套，想开战吗？那就来啊！那个架不如是呢。
Jesus. They didn't teach us at business school. Thank you for your help.
Anyway, that's kind of where we're going to leave it today. I think last time I said I'd talk more about nostalgia I had for when I was younger. And I didn't this time.
Well, we'll do that for the next
We'll try to write
5
that down.
Yeah, write that down.
Write down things that you miss from when you were a kid. I'd like to talk about
Plenty.
that.
I miss my grandma a lot.
Okay, well, not
Well,
really
damn.
sounds tough. Like,
Jeez, you made that really depressing, Jill.
I miss my dad, too. But, like, what do you miss from when you were a kid? The feeling of being loved?
Hugs.
Like, okay. Let's see what I get in the wheel real quick before we end.
Wheel. I hope you got the car. Did you? Oh, wait.
Oh, so close.
I thought you got the car.
Still a bunch of money. Oh well.
That's so disappointing. Was this before GTA Plus did 2 spins? Yeah,
I think it was.
That sucks.
I wanted to talk to you. This is a new audio recording, by the way. Look at that seamless transition.
We can't have people know that.
No, they'll know.
Okay.
First off, look at how fine I'm looking here in the casino, cashing in, taking my money. I guess cashing out, because I'm... No, cashing in.
Yeah,
what would you call it?
in.
Because I'm getting
You were getting your
chips.
daily chip bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For just a minute here, I left kind of like me wandering around like a drunk person looking at stuff because I wanted to be able to talk about something before the next mission starts.
Oh, I like your outfit.
Thank you.
Yeah, what you wearing over there? My goodness.
Not much, as
Not
it
much,
should be.
Yeah.
Born to be, what would you say? Born to be a baddie. But what's the phrase? Like, it's like born to be this, but stuck being this.
Oh, yeah, born to be a baddie, but you're stuck being a middle-aged old man.
I am not middle-aged
I'm just kidding!
old.
I'm just kidding!
Yet.
You know, if you were gonna die at 60, you'd be middle-aged.
That's true. You know, actually, if I was in ancient Egypt, I would be an old man right now.
You would be. Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah, you genuinely would be. They'd be like, how the fuck did you survive this long, dude?
Yeah, how do you not have, like, the 5th plague?
Yeah.
I was going to say that one thing I wanted to talk to you about last time, which I'm sure we'll end up talking about after this cutscene that's coming up, is, and it's unrelated to the game once again, but it was nostalgia, and I was telling you about things that I missed, and I told you I was going to make a list of things that I missed.
Oh, okay.
And I made a mental list of a few things.
Okay.
So if you have some too, I want to hear them. But the first one I have, which I will talk about after this cutscene, but introduce now, is video rental stores.
Oh, yeah.
And there is a genuine reason for it other than just you're an old man. Like, I have an actual genuine reason for why I miss this that I think was in some ways superior to now.
See, I used to be caught up in material things. Sick rides, luxury real estate, snapmatic followers. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But I let all that go. Yeah. Woo! This is a spiritual war, people.
Let's cap things off with some meditation.
Spiritual
It's
war.
like stretching for your head. It's not about looking good without your shirt on. Though you definitely will. It's about complete package. The whole experience.
Ah,
The big-
Brucey's truth, baby. Yeah! Now let's do another round!
2%, baby!
Well, this might be a spiritual war, but I can't know anything about it. So I'm just going to leave you all to it. Have fun, I guess. Good luck. I'm going to inspect the kitchens. Oh, and for the record, I was not at this meeting.
That's probably for the best. Take it easy. Yeah! Brucey Kibbutz. I don't believe we've been introduced, but yes, I am going to change your life. Get you in shape. These days, it's a mental as well as a physical quest. I'm so strong mentally, I could break that disc in half! Just with my mind. I could, but I won't. That would be
I
dangerous.
love this guy.
Mr. Chang's uncle wants to thank you for your assistance. He has contacted us. We are going to war with the Duggins.
Procedure. Dada.
Avery Duggan runs a multinational corporation. Their principal interest in San Andreas is oil and gas. Currently, they have 4 tanker trucks in the city. You destroy them, then call us. Move to the big target, okay?
All right. Good luck out there. I wish I could go with you, but we got another round to get in. Let's do it.
You might not notice, but I'm also working on the smallest muscle in my body. My brain.
The smallest.
Sharpen that tool, folks. Whew! Hold that
So I
blade.
gotta say, I love Brucey.
Did you
I think
notice?
he's so funny.
Did you notice Tao's translator has no pants on?
Yeah, because he's too warm. He's like 40.
This poor guy.
Yeah, I know.
Also,
that guy does not belong doing this.
I like that Brucey called us like 27 times before we ever did this mission.
Before we ever met him.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Hey, by the way, I don't think I met you."
I kind of think he just called random numbers telling them to start juicing.
You think so?
Yes, I truly do. So, I was going to say that with this, back when we had video rental stores, there was actual intentionality behind what you watched. It wasn't just doom scrolling and a bunch of BS. This doesn't matter that much, by the way. He's just saying go destroy them. So, something I noticed is now, people will not give anything a chance. People have like 0 attention span. It's on YouTube, it's true. On TikTok, on Netflix, any media, no attention span.
Let me reiterate, I know nothing about what you're doing here. But the Changs will reimburse you generously for the disruption of the Duggins oil and gas operation. Stick it to those pricks.
But back when I was a kid, and this is like a middle-aged old man thing, you would have to give something attention because you'd be paying $5 to rent this movie for a week.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have, like, you know, maybe you watched part of it and you hated it, okay, maybe you turn it off. But, like, maybe you're just not feeling it. You don't just give up on the movie 10 minutes in because you're just not feeling it.
Well, the thing is, Netflix was supposed to be like that, except digitally, you know? But now people, like, will pay for it still and look at it and still not try out new movies.
No, they don't want... Also, you need to speak up a little bit there, sweetie.
Oh, sorry.
You're a little too quiet. I think that a lot of people... They're not willing to give anything a chance, and we've talked about that with, like, content. Like, I was reading up a thing about the search engine optimization stuff, and, like, people and machines and all of these algorithms, they want everything to be automated. They want your interests to be automated.
Yeah, and they don't want to try anything new. They
No.
just want the same thing.
So it would really be like going to the store and buying the same meal over and over and over again. You never branch out, you never add a new spice to it.
You never eat it any differently or anything different.
No, you just do the same thing over and over. Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of consumption that media companies want now, whether it's a digital streaming platform or a, you know, rental thing or video games. Like, that's even why games as a service has risen up so far. And even with games like this is technically like a live...
Did you see how you, like,
Yeah.
pushed me out?
Whoopsie. This is technically like a live service game, right?
Uh-huh.
But to me, you can do whatever you want with your time. I will think you're a boring person if all you did was play GTA Online. Like, you
Yeah.
don't try any other games ever.
Yeah.
They're not really saying anything here, by the way. They're just saying go blow up more. I find that boring. You know, it's like, I enjoy GTA Online more because I went and played another game.
Yeah.
You know, and then I come back to it. Like, it helps me appreciate these things more, the same way that, like...
And appreciate them differently, too.
Yeah, and it's not to be, like, make everything about YouTube, but it was something I was thinking about with these things, like going to Blockbuster, or we used to have a thing called Hollywood Video. Do you need a tissue or something?
No.
Okay. you know, we had a thing called Hollywood Video around here, like where I live, which was like Blockbuster, and I don't think it existed everywhere in the country like Blockbuster did. But the idea was go in, look at DVDs, look at video games, and you could rent them. You'd read the back of the box, you might talk to the cashier who had a knowledge of these things. Mm-hmm. But now, it kind of feels like instead of that kind of thing, and instead of walking around, actually moving, intentionally picking something up, nothing really has to be eye-catching anymore. Like, except for a little thumbnail, right?
Yeah.
Nothing has to be, like, appealing. So you see things like the downfall of movie poster art, because no one's competing with each other. It's just like, well, we could all just be boring if no one's gonna try. You see that? Bless you. You see that? That's why I asked you if you need a tissue.
Yeah,
because
okay.
I can pause this so you can.
No,
blow your
I'm
nose.
okay. You keep talking.
You know, like you see the downfall of movie poster art. Well, they're gonna be boring. Let's just be boring too. We don't have to beat them. Spend a little money. You see, like movies, they're not printed anymore because nobody's gonna go and buy it physically or anything like that. They're just gonna doom scroll on Netflix, watch 10 minutes of something and move on.
I don't understand people who do that. Why would you watch 10 minutes of like a movie and then not watch
I wasn't
the rest?
feeling it. I just wasn't feeling it.
Oh.
I think that the decline of and disappearance of movie rental places genuinely corresponded with the decline of people's attention span partially, and corresponded with the death of appreciation of art, because you genuinely used to. It's like, okay, mom said I can rent 2 movies. Well, if I hate these things, this is what I have to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just be like, oh, fuck the guy who made this and ignore it. Like, I have to actually try to get something out of it or go do something else.
Yeah.
And now you don't need to do that out of anything. It's like there's such an overabundance of media, the ability to consume it, whether it be Netflix, Google, YouTube, Amazon, TikTok.
TikTok is a big problem too with the short form videos.
Yeah, there was something you were reading about, which was like a genuine study, like a scientific study, where they were finding there's like a correlation with this like doom scrolling type thing where you're just flipping through content and it activating dopamine in your brain. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of damaging people's brains and rewiring them in the same way that drugs can.
Yeah. Alcohol. They said alcohol. Because it's like, it was like consuming a bunch of alcoholic beverages and then your attention span gets cut short. It was like that, but with doom scrolling.
And then people wonder, like, what happened to the good old days of everything, you know what I mean? Like, they're like, well, what happened to when... I mean, for me, I ask it, like, what happened to when you could grow a YouTube channel based on just, like, talking about stuff you love instead of having to be, like, analyzing Star Wars characters' butt cracks and you do a new butt crack every day. Like, everything is so samey now. Everybody wants to copy each other. Like, on this website, everybody wants to copy each other for content. Like, oh, the MCU did good, let's copy it.
Yeah.
Oh, Star Wars is good, let's copy it. Nothing is about, like, trying to artistically express yourself in a unique way because it's so hard to get attention on something unique, whereas if you get attention on something that's already been done that you know is successful, it's more of a guaranteed sure shot.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm nostalgic for movie stores, because it was a time where, like, you would value, I spent $20 or $30 to buy this movie, or I rented this film, or
You're actually going to pay attention to it.
yeah, I'm going to see what I get out of it.
Yeah.
And I might hate it, and if I hate it a lot, I might not finish it, but, like, it wasn't nearly as often as now where everything's just a throwaway, move on, don't put the time into it thing. And people, I think people view each other that way too. Like, you know, a lot of the real life stuff moving to digital, I have nostalgia for because, like, before that happened, because, like, even dating, like, online dating and making friends online and stuff like that has made it so much easier to just view people as, like, disposable because you can just find another one.
Yeah.
Whereas back when you had to meet people in real life, it's like your coworkers did become your friends because you spent time with them and they weren't easily replaceable, or, like, you know what I mean?
Well, now your coworkers don't even want to hang out with you outside of work.
No.
Because they're like, well, I already have other friends.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everything, I feel like, has kind of become this thing where, like, people just view everything as disposable trash that you can kind of cycle through.
Yeah.
And I think movie stores kind of showed that happen.
They own the Los Santos gas company facility near the port. Destroyed everything they got there. Security has been called in, so this may be a challenge. The boss is counting on you.
Does that make sense though? Because like it's not just about renting the movies. It's like I'm nostalgic for a time where not only could you own your media and stuff because you could buy it more, but like you could, things felt like they had more value. Everything, everyone, everything felt like it had more value. And even though I think the internet and digital stuff, it has pros, I think it has so many cons that have like ruined people. And made it so that people can't be creative and can't be fun and can't be unique. Like, you know, recently you had a thing where I don't know, you know, like the situation around how this will turn out or not, because, you know, it's like obviously friendships take a while to make, but you had a thing where because you have had such a hard time meeting people in Minnesota where we live, because people don't want friends for some reason, like you met a girl online and hung out with her, right?
Yeah.
But like, you know, how easy is it for someone to like meet you online and like just ignore you or blow you off or say, oh, you know what, I didn't have a good time, I don't want to be your friend, anything like that.
Yeah, or they could just block you right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anything like that, it's just so easy to view people as like replaceable, and you shouldn't even need, like, I'm not saying you shouldn't need apps to make friends, but I'm saying apps to make friends shouldn't even have to exist. Like, the fact that they exist and thousands of people need to use that, it goes to show this same problem I'm talking about with, like, renting movies. It's everything has become so instant and so throwaway bullshit, and everyone has become that. I don't understand why people like it and keep going along with it.
And it keeps becoming a weird thing for me, like, at all the jobs I go to, where, like, it just seems like everybody who works that job just wants to go there and go home and not actually, like, make any friends or anything.
By
Like,
the way,
I've
what's
never
up with
made
you in this game running into me all the time?
Me too. I've never made a friend at any job I've gone to. Like, I've tried really, really hard, and none of them have ever wanted to hang out outside of going to work.
Well, I know someone could say, like, oh, that's a you problem. I don't think I have either.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a friend at a job I worked at who wanted to do anything with me outside of work. And I don't think Nate has either, actually.
I just don't understand that. Like, why wouldn't you want to make friends at work so that way you get to work with a friend?
I don't know, because a lot of people have this idea of, like, I just work with you, you're disposable, you might quit, I can't trust you. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, it's just, you're...
But people would be less likely to quit if, you know...
If they worked with their friends?
Yeah, if these communities were a little more tight-knit and, like, people were nice to each other more. Like, I wouldn't want to quit a job if I had, like, 3 friends who I actively hung out with.
Yeah.
You know, who also went to the job.
Well, that was, like, one of the only things that ever made going to school bearable for a lot of people was having a friend or two.
Yeah.
You know, it's... But I don't think...
I like how you just threw yourself off the freaking side of it.
I'm fine. I don't understand it. And to me, I know it's a weird comparison, but I really do think that movie thing, like losing things like Blockbuster and everything becoming so instant in every facet of life, it's a huge problem.
Do you think that's where it all started?
I don't think it started with it.
Do you think that's where society started to crumble, is when Blockbuster locked its doors for the last time?
Nah, now I just sound like a Blockbuster shareholder who's disgruntled. No, I think it was a symptom of our world heading that way.
That makes sense.
And I think it's sad.
So exactly what point in history do you think society started to go downhill?
Well...
When JFK was shot, right?
No, I was gonna say, like, the Justice League Vandal Savage, like, answer, like, I see that altering World War II is the last chance I have to save this. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, like, I think that it's just really sad that everything is seen that way, and I don't think it has to be, and I do think at some point things do need to kind of change. Like, it's one reason why I never wanted to go in on, like, the all one topic stuff on YouTube, because I thought, well, if creativity is gone from what I'm doing, then why do it? And that's kind of how I feel about life in general. Like, if you have no creativity, no spark, no enjoyment, and everything's just this instant, like,
corporate,
mass-produced, sad. Honestly, kind of like everything is treated like a brain orgasm.
Yeah.
Like, everything has to be like this, oh, fuck, I'm coming type thing, and then move on to the next instant gratification. Like, that's how these apps treat your brain, is they make your brain feel like it's climaxing.
Ew.
Genuinely.
Ew.
That's what it does. Like, it's like...
Can my brain get me pregnant? New video.
Sounds like a clickbait title. But yeah, no, like, it really is what it's doing, like dopamine and stuff like that. You're trying to get that reaction that people have when they have sex, or when they drink or eat something really good, or they, like, experience, like, friendship for the first time. You know what I mean? Like, these special moments. You're trying to repackage that feeling and almost, like, brainwash people by getting them to experience it in different ways that get them to spend money.
Yeah.
And I hate that stuff, and it's been pushing me more away from YouTube.
You know, it's already bad enough with food. Look how freaking expensive food is.
Yeah, no, that's true, but that has nothing to do with this.
Well, no, it has something to do with it, because you were just saying, you know, you can get those feelings from, like, food and drinks. And, like, it feels like they're repackaging those things to make it so you spend money. Well, they already did that with the food industry, where everything's way more expensive now, that, like, if you want that gratification from food, you have to pay $1 million fucking dollars for it.
No, that is true. Sorry, I was trying to extend this to see what happens here. No, you're right. Yeah, like, they almost try to make it a rich person's thing.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I feel like it had a point.
It kind of does, but you could say the same thing with, like, dollar stuff at McDonald's, I guess. I mean, like, there is a way
They don't have that anymore.
few dollar stuff.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah, they got rid of the dollar menu because they didn't want homeless people coming in.
What a shitty company to do that, if that's the reason.
I don't know if they said that there was the official reason, but that's the, like, theorized reason.
We can keep talking here, but I have to cut around something because I forgot to put in this next part because I think the game froze.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. That was my point with, like, Blockbuster and Hollywood and stuff, is I feel like it was a symptom of when everybody stopped caring. Like, what do people actually care about anymore? Nothing.
No. They barely even care about their significant others anymore.
Is that like a shot at me?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, I've met a lot of people when trying to find new friends that I find it odd where a lot of these people will be, like, married or in really serious boyfriend-girlfriend relationships.
Look at that ass on my character. Yummy, yummy. What?
And they won't even share money enough for the other person to live. Like, I met this one person, and I'm not going to say their name, obviously, but, like, this one person didn't even have enough money to, like, buy food at the grocery store, but their boyfriend was making a ton of money, but they didn't share money.
Yeah, well, and I get that there's, like, some kind of personal stuff around that, but, like, you should take care of each other.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that weird? You know?
Yeah, you should be taking care of, like, if you care about someone, you should be benefiting and taking care of each other in ways that help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there's a lot of stuff like that everything is viewed as so throwaway, and it makes me really sad, you know?
Yeah, I think even, like, boyfriends and girlfriends are viewed as throwaway, whereas, like, everybody just kind of wants to be on their own and keep to themselves and keep their money to themselves, because it's, like, you know, the only person you can trust is yourself, whereas I feel like that's really sad.
It is. Also, we can keep talking for a minute if you want. I can throw in the other footage here. I just think in general, like, a lot of this stuff has piled up where everything is so, like, everything has to be targeted and focused at demographics, and everything has to be instant gratification. Everybody has to be instant gratification. You have to be perfect to appeal to other people. Mm-hmm. Like, dating apps should not have to exist.
No.
Friendship apps should not have to exist. I think a lot of this stuff...
It feels like I have to advertise myself on there. Like, if I don't say the right thing, people won't swipe right on me.
Yeah, well, that is how it is.
Isn't that dumb?
It's very weird. I don't know. Maybe it comes off as, like, the person who says, like, society is stupid, but now let's all partake in it. Because, like, obviously I still live in it, but...
Well, we can't move to the hills.
No, and, like, I want to do things that are creative and fun and artistic, and I want people to enjoy things that are like that, and I want people to value things more, and it makes me sad how little people value things that should have value, you know, and people that I think should have value, and I think that we've lost so much socialization because of the way things have gone. Like, you don't even have to talk to a cashier anymore. You just go through self-checkout.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to go to the video store and ask the clerk about something. You don't have to.
I like self-checkout, though.
It can be preferable. But I'm saying, like, I think just the fact that we've cut socialization out of everything and hidden everything behind a screen, like, the people who I think are happiest are probably the people who are still making what they want to, you know? Like, you look at people like movie directors that are making a movie they're passionate about, they don't view it this way as, like, this throwaway garbage slop. But so many other people do, and then that person gets to die in the end and know that they left behind a piece of art. Whether people appreciate it or not, they did. It's like, what do all these other people die leaving behind? Nothing.
Well, you know, it fucking sucks if you make a piece of art that you put your heart and soul into, and then nobody cares.
It does suck. It absolutely. I mean, I've been there 100 times, but also, I think that there is something to be said about you made something that your heart was in, whether people appreciate it or not. And if they didn't, that's kind of on them too, that they missed out. You know, you still leave that thing behind. I think a lot of the people who are just consuming everything and not thinking and not making anything out of it, I just wonder, like, what does that person leave behind when they die?
Yeah.
You know, like somebody who just viewed everything, everyone as like this swipe right thing, this easily replaceable thing. What do they actually leave behind of any value or significant impact? Anything? Nothing?
Well, if they were hot, they leave behind at least pretty good selfies.
But you get what I mean.
That was a joke. You
I know.
didn't think it was funny?
No, I did think it was funny. It just makes me sad because I just think about it and I'm like, I don't understand why everything has to be so, like, futile. You know, and unimportant. I don't know. Do you have nothing else?
No, I completely agree with you. No, I agree.
The thing with the movie store made me think of it because I started thinking about how we don't talk to each other and we don't walk around and, like, all this stuff. Like, a lot of things are just so neglected.
I think people in the comments should leave behind what they think the real turning point for society was. Do you think it was when Blockbuster locked its doors? Do you think it's when JFK got shot? What do you think?
World War II?
World War II?
All I'm saying is I wish people valued things more.
I wish they did
people
too.
More.
Yeah.
Because it makes me sad, and, like, I feel like a lot of my life has... What, you have to go to the bathroom? I feel like a lot of my life has been spent, like, trying to make people care about stuff and trying to make people laugh or happy. And there's people who do, but there's so many people who kind of just say, nah, fuck you, you don't matter. And I think about that, and I think that's how a lot of people just treat each other in general and treat everything in general, is it doesn't matter. But then they'll get all up in arms and militant about some cause on the other side of the world. I'm not saying specifics here, but it's so weird the things people care about. They'll be like, art, meaningless. People around me, meaningless. The homeless crisis in my country, meaningless.
It is meaningless.
Fucking Israel? That's the one thing. And it's like, why don't you care about everything, man?
No.
Like, you should care about that. Why don't you also have some values and ideas and feedback and care about the things happening and the people and things around you, too?
Why would I do that when I can be mad about only one thing?
It makes no
sense.
It makes no sense. It's basically like having McDonald's for every meal and then fucking bitching that food isn't good anymore. There's millions of opportunities.
What about bitching that you're 600 pounds after that, too?
There'd be a million opportunities around you to change this, and you are actively participating in not changing it and being the problem. It makes no sense. It makes me mad.
Moral of the story, kids, you're the problem.
Moral of the story, bring back Blockbuster.
Yeah, that would fix everything's problems. The world would be saved.
I have one tiny little thing to add at the end here before you run off. The saddest part, Blockbuster had a chance to buy Netflix, and they turned it down.
Damn.
They thought that it wasn't going to go anywhere.
Oh my god.
And it ruined
That is
them.
a topic for next part. That is insane.
I don't even know if we need to talk about it other than that.
No,
but
I think we should talk about the implications of that, because that's
like
insane.
what it would have changed.
Yeah, that's
It is pretty
crazy.
funny.